Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to request our dignitaries to please join me on the dais. Calling upon our chief guest, Dr. J. Radhakrishnan, Additional Chief Secretary to the Government of Tamil Nadu. Can we have you on stage, please, sir? Mr. Ranjeet Rathod, Managing Director, Super Chennai. Mr. Prakash Chela, Vice President, CREDAI National. Mr. Shiva Gurunathan. And of course, Mr. Muhammad Ali, President, CREDAI Chennai. Can we have you all join us on stage, please? Can we have Mr. Suman Vora please join us on stage? We now request everyone to please rise for the Tamil Thai Varthu. Thank you. We request our dignitaries to please join us in the lighting of our Kuttu Velakku as we start this event on an auspicious note. Requesting all of our dignitaries on the dais to please do the honors. Calling upon. I'd like to welcome Durga, Ms. Durga and Mr. Aslam to please join us on stage. So ladies and gentlemen, let me once again welcome all of you to the Super Chennai Conclave. I can just say that I'm extremely excited to be part of this milestone moment. As you all know, Super Chennai is a platform driven by you, our citizens of Chennai. And much like Super Chennai itself, this conclave brings together thought leaders, change makers, and of course, we're looking forward to all of your thoughts and insights being shared by not just our industry experts from across spheres who are sitting here with us on stage and in the audience, but also from all of the citizens of Chennai. So can we start by giving yourselves a big round of applause as we look to a day of interesting conversations and truly making our city, Chennai, great and of course, super. So I'd like to begin by officially welcoming Mr. Ranjeet Rathod, the Managing Director of Super Chennai. Can we give him a big round of applause? And we'll have him come forward to officially welcome the gathering.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Radhakrishnan, IAS, distinguished speakers, policymakers, industry leaders, entrepreneurs, and most important, friends of Chennai. It is my privilege to welcome you all to this Super Chennai Conclave. Cities do not become global by accident. They become global by choice, through intent, collaboration, and the courage to question the status quo. In today's world, cities compete with cities, not just countries. And Chennai must consciously decide the league it wants to play in. Super Chennai was born from this realization. Exactly a year back, Super Chennai was inaugurated by our Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Thiru M.K. Stalin Avargal. Since then, this idea has found strong resonance with citizens. As we speak today, Super Chennai has grown to over 1.1 million followers across our digital platforms, clearly reflecting the desire of citizens to engage and participate in shaping the city's future. But digital reach alone is not a destination. The next phase of Super Chennai, and the reason we are all gathered here today, is to move decisively on ground. to engage directly with policymakers, thinkers, innovators, entrepreneurs, professionals, and most importantly, the citizens of Chennai. This conclave marks the transition from conversation to collaboration, from ideas to action. Super Chennai is not about optics or city branding alone. It is about city building with a purpose. Our objective is clear and measurable. We want Chennai to be positioned among the top 100 cities of the world. And it has to be across the 5 pillars: live, work, visit, invest, and innovate. I would like to place on record my sincere appreciation to CREDAI and its member developers for spearheading this not-for-profit initiative. Their leadership reflects a commitment to Chennai that goes beyond individual business or projects. I also invite other industry bodies, forums, institutions, and civil platforms to come forward and join this movement so that Super Chennai evolves into truly a citizen-led collective owned and driven by people of Chennai. Today's conclave is not ceremonial, it is a working forum. Across these 5 pillars, we'll have honest, outcome-based discussions on creating high-quality, high-paying jobs, attracting risk capital, patient capital, building globally competitive infrastructure, connectivity, and recognizing that lifestyle, culture, and urban vibrancy are no longer optional add-ons, but core economic drivers. Let me be clear, we are not here to criticize. We are here about course correction. Every city periodically pauses, reflects, and recalibrates its ambition. What gives me confidence is the diversity in this room: government, industry, startups, academia, finance, real estate, and civil society. No single stakeholder can transform a city, but aligned stakeholders working with shared intent can change a city's trajectory within a decade. At Super Chennai, our role is to listen, curate, synthesize, and amplify. The insights from today will be captured, distilled, and presented as a clear wish list and action agenda to policymakers and decision makers. What it needs: Chennai does not lack intelligence, it does not lack capital, it does not lack talent. What it needs today is urgency, coordination, and a shared narrative of ambition. I urge all of you to engage openly, challenge constructively, and think beyond silos, because the future of Chennai is not someone else's responsibility, it is ours. Before I conclude, I would like to thank Mr. Karthik Nagapan, our CEO of Super Chennai, for spearheading this initiative, along with the entire Super Chennai team and all our consultants for their tireless support. I wish this conclave a super success. If today's conversation translates into collective action, its alignment replaces hesitation. If ambition becomes a shared operating principle, then I think we have achieved our objective. No benchmark Chennai cannot surpass. And on that end, I will say, Chennai na summawa. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rathod, for that rousing welcome address. And I think we're looking forward to a very, very exciting day ahead with insights from both sides, on stage and off. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome our chief guest to take the podium. But even though he's a man that needs no introduction, so I hope you'd allow me a minute, because in true Chennai style, a little bit of drama is always welcome, I think. So I'd like to say a few words about Mr. J. Radhakrishnan, IAS. I think it's safe to say that he has steered Tamil Nadu through some of its most defining administrative moments. He has held several key positions in the government of Tamil Nadu, including serving as the Greater Chennai Corporation Commissioner and as Health Secretary, where his leadership directly impacted the city's governance and public health systems. Known for his hands-on approach, field presence, and people-centric governance, he has been instrumental in shaping Chennai's resilience and urban management framework. Truly a man of vision and reform. We're so happy that you could join us here this morning, sir. Request you to please deliver the inaugural address. Can we have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen?
Very good morning to everybody, respected Ranjeet Rathod and all past, present and future presidents of CREDAI and all the friends, many of them we have all, meeting each other over a number of issues, distinguished guests, industry leaders, innovators, members of the media and my fellow citizens of Chennai and most importantly, all of you who have come with so much of eagerness, that too in starting in time. That's a very difficult thing. I can capture the aspirations which you have is I started from Thiruvanmiyur, I have to come here, then I have to go back to Satyabhama University by another 1.5 years. That itself will capture the challenges which I think we are all going to address during the course of the day. Having said that, I deem it an honor and it's a personal moment for me to be invited to inaugurate this wonderful Super Chennai Conclave, a platform dedicated to shaping up the next chapter of our city's journey. Having served as twice its commissioner, later as health secretary, and as madam said, challenging times, and now as chairman TNAB and connected entities, I have witnessed the city through the lens of governance, resilience, healthcare, infrastructure, energy transmission, and every challenge it has, stood firm in whatever it has been doing, and it evolves, keeps evolving. But today I am not here as any one of them. And I am here more as a citizen who was born in Avadi and a citizen like you who also dreams that, it should continue to not only bank on its history and the current progress or rest on its laurels, but look ahead and keep competing and becoming the best. That is perhaps the core, that was the city which was actually identified by Francis Day with a vision in 1639. Second oldest corporation. So everything, history is in favor of Chennai. I think the oldest allopathic hospital was started in Chennai in 1644 and second oldest medical college was there. Second oldest eye hospital in the world was in Chennai, Egmore. So if you keep looking at history, you will keep seeing that, it has so much to offer. And it has not appeared overnight. It is still built layer by layer of administration, culture, scholarship, industry, compassion, and above all, people of Chennai. Chennai is rightly called the, whether it is Detroit or health capital, so many names it has. But here we are not there to look on those things. We are there, how do we keep on looking at it? Apart from that, it is my duty to remind ourselves that, wherever we go, whatever we go, people talk about this being the cultural capital of India. Culture. One side, Bengal also, they do tell. Everybody keeps claiming, but Chennai, obviously, it has its own advantages. Apart from it, it is an industrial, as he was rightly mentioning, a talent powerhouse, an industrial powerhouse, automobile capital, electronic manufacturing hub, deep tech and startup ecosystem. I met one madam who came as a member. Now she is an entrepreneur supporting differently able. The question before us today is not whether Chennai can lead, but how quickly we can accelerate. That should be the point. We keep, from the government side, obviously we will tell we have done this, we have done that. But this forum is important because it is citizens forum. What is it that you want? And he has rightly pointed out, I have met people, I have met agitated people, I have met people with aspirations. Here we all have to join together. That will be the issue which will define us. Next is, obviously, we all look at infrastructure. What kind of infrastructure? What kind of transportation? But believe me, though we are late, always we are little bit conservative, but since we are late, we would have inbuilt all that, and my guess is by 28, 29, entire outlook, the way it looks, it would have changed. By the time CMRL work would have been, most of it would have been over. Since we are the last to have started among the major cities, we would have incorporated all the improvements and all. Then, of course, we will need to look at it the other way. What all we would need in future is, we should look at it that, we develop it as a electricity being in EB. I know the kinds of demands we have. ultimately what is going to define us is good infrastructure, reliable infrastructure, assured power and people who can livability. Livability is, we look at New Delhi, everybody loves New Delhi. But when you look at the atmosphere or the challenges, everybody speaks about it. So this is where we have to look at sustainable cities, and I'm very happy that, you called Ashwiti, so all the others also who are going to talk about those things. And resilience would be our identity. Floods, cyclones, pandemics. Chennai has faced it all. Now, I have personally seen how resilient you all have been, and at the grassroots level, how you all contribute when a crisis is there. I have seen the resolve of people of Chennai. Now we have an opportunity before us. We have a civilizational depth. We have one of the oldest civic institutions. We have history behind us. We have industrial strength. We have cultural vibrancy. And we have an expanding metro and infrastructure. And when we speak of Chennai, we are not speaking of Chennai alone. Kanchipuram, Tiruvallur, Chengalpet, and probably to an extent up to Viluppuram and this side up to Pondicherry. Few cities combine these kind of, all the things put together. So what is it that we need to do? At my level, I would definitely see we need to align the policy, private initiative, media narrative, and citizen participation if we join as a team rather than as adversaries. Administrators, we don't try to keep explaining. We join with you and find solution. And I have seen remarkable solutions by Resident Welfare Association or civic bodies. So we all should work together as partners. Being a Chennai can emerge, if we all do that, it will continue to be the talent capital. It will continue to not only be the health capital of South Asia, India, but it will become that of South Asia. And I am not talking about only private sector. Government sector also, it has one of the best state-of-art facilities. It will become a deep tech innovation hub. Climate resilient coastal model city is an opportunity beckoning. I think many of the discussions will help us, because any city, if you see we tend to only remember Chennai. But if you look at videos, New York, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Delhi, Pune, everywhere when a flood comes, urban, incessant rain comes, I will not call it as flood. It is a generated kind of challenges in drainage, it will be there. So we all cities, we need to look at climate resilient thing, and we need to be that. And a global cultural destination will continue to be there. Our startup ecosystem is scaling up. Our port connectivity anchors global trade. Numbers alone do not define Chennai. What defines is strangers become family. I have seen it during flood. I was not the commissioner. Strangers supported each other. When a pandemic started, CREDAI came to us and, rapidly scaled up the hospital beds and temporary structures they did. When industry look for stability, they look at Chennai. So when culture seeks authenticity, it is Chennai. So this is a city where a kacheri and a coating lab exist together. So now I would request that, cities that will lead in 21st century will need three things. One, institutional memory. We should not be tacit and implicit, but we should remember what happened and what we should do. Human capital, it is aplenty here. Infrastructure resilience. So we all need to work towards that. Chennai already has been working on all three, but we need to not be satisfied, but we should be impatient for more. That is the lesson at the government level. I would, as a former commissioner, say that we should not worry about people complaining, but we should understand that they are desiring. So we all should not sit back and say, I can sit back and say Chennai was the first place when the present Honorable CM was a mayor, we introduced solid waste management through Onyx. Widely appreciated. All the others followed. But we cannot be sitting back on the past. So that should do, if we align policy with enterprise, media with mission, and industry with inclusion, I am sure, and growth with sustainability, then Chennai will not just participate in India's story, it will shape it. Already Tamil Nadu is a leading state as far as delta increase in GDP is concerned, and the growth. It is not Tamil Nadu statistics, India statistics, maximum growth rate we have shown last year. So for that we need to thank all of you. It is not just government can just tell the numbers, but it is facilitated by all of you. Let us imagine Chennai in 2040 as a fully integrated green mobility network, a renewably powered industrial corridor, a global deep tech cluster, coastal city model for climate resilience, a health capital attracting the world. Foundations are already laid, institutions are already mature, but we need not compare but we need to understand that we need to compete. I've seen Hyderabad in 89, I've seen Hyderabad last year. You can see visible change. Of course, Bangalore has its core city problem, but extended areas have been overcoming. Let us not compare each other with each other states. Gurgaon has one side millennial city, another side challenge. Every city, every state, but Tamil Nadu has a very strong resilient thing. We need to only see the outcome. Not look at and say that I am better than this, I am better, like our Honorable CM was saying, we should try to compete with the best. So let us not mere today, as we, though we have institutions and talent, what remains is speed, scale and a shared purpose. Our vision began as a shoreline. Today, it is a vision for the world. Let us not merely discuss Chennai's future. Let us design it. Let us power it. Let us own it. Because this city has resilient, cultured, industrious, compassionate, and people, and it deserves nothing less than global excellence. Let us build a Chennai that future generation will thank us for, and let the discussion begin with humility. As government, I will from my side, I say, we should be humble enough and not be trying to fight with each other about what has been done and what has not been done. I've always said that, we should not, in Tamil, I always say, தேவைக்கு அடிமையாக இருக்கணும், திட்டத்துக்கு அடிமையாக இருக்கக்கூடாது. We should be a slave of need, not slave of schemes. Second is, we should be slave of what is in field and what is common sense. What people need is common sense, visible results. So we all, from our side, will commit to whatever you do, and I am sure by the day's end, vibrant discussion will lead us to vibrant suggestions. There will be debate. There will be arguments. But end of the day, we all have one vision. That is the vision to make Chennai not just bank on its history and current progress, but we have a vision which is not arithmetic, not multiplicative, not geometric, but we have exponential growth and exponential focus on sustainability. That would be our vision, and I am sure with such wonderful people here, having joined such wonderful people together, we all can work and make this city much more beautiful place, which has a very long future and not just a very, and the munumunu puchi mari irukakudadu. They'll say, easel. 3 hours it enjoys its happiness. Event, it should not be like an event. It should be like agal vilakku. It should continue to throw light and continue to throw light like 1,000 agal vilakku together and give the hopes. Kettum patram jere abdinu or Tamil irukum. Whatever happens, go to Chennai. But Chennai mattum illa, I would personally see that Tier 2, Tier 3 should replicate this model and continue to bank on whatever we have done, but understand and realize we have much more to do and we work together for it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for painting that wonderful picture. I now request Mr. Rathod to please do the honors and present our chief guest with the memento. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.